Robin of Locksley survived the burning sands of faraway lands as he served his role in the unforgiving Crusades. He emerged unscathed from deadly skirmishes just to become an exile and face mightier enemies in his own home country. After his previous hideout in Silwich, which was razed to the ground, the forests of Sherwood granted refuge to him and his retinue, while its new rulers threatened all. King Richard the Lionheart's untimely demise plunged England into chaos and left roving bands and their petty warlords free to fight amongst themselves for territory and influence. The Sheriff of Nottingham, a murderer and usurper, exploiting the pervasive lawlessness, pillages one area after another, increasing his power and leaving the poor residents of Sherwood at the mercy of wild fate.
I always worry when you're away from home for long, Robin.
My good friar, the sheriff will face death well before I do.
Haughty as always, I'm just glad to see you in good health, friend.
Don't worry, we're not in danger this time. We're safe here.
Nothing I can do after the nightmare that the Crown's men brought on us and our old home.
This time they won't run into us. We're well hidden.
The previous settlement was so goodly. I know you all too well, you crafty fox. I'm aware you're scheming to fight back.
What matters is everyone made it out alive.
The enemies, the king and sheriff, don't stop at their own henchmen. You constantly hear about ever more scoundrels plaguing the surroundings of Nottingham.
King's allies grow in numbers. Some are bought with land assignment, others threatened with death and confiscations. We must weaken the grip of the king and the sheriff if we are to feel safe here.
Definitely, Robin. Recently, Little John had his shirt cut. We can't take risks like that.
He'll recover. You know him. We each have our crosses to bear. You say so yourself.
Well said. You may be right. This settlement seems secure.
This time no one will find us. Time to let an arrow loose right into the beast's heart.
I believe you, dear Robin, but before you do that, you must regain your strength. Eat something, have a drink, rest in your home. We'll talk later.
Heard any news from the village lately? Same old, same old. Crop yields, market prices, you know how it is. Any exciting gossip? Just the usual. Who's courting who? Who's got a new chicken? Riveting stuff. Oh, never a dull moment in village life. You ever think about settling down, starting a family? Now and then. I'm married to the bull for now. I get that. Freedom one, stand in a quiet place. Have conversations that don't involve after. Living off rabbits and bears. Meanwhile, nobles are feasting in grand halls. Bet they don't argue about who gets the last piece of jerky. And I doubt they're doing anything involves a showdown with a particularly clever squirrel. Hey, we got the great outdoors, fresh air, the joy of arguing over jerky. I've been sharpening my arrowhead. Trying to reinvent the wheel, are we? for foes. Quality over quantity, my friend. Well-sharpened arrowhead makes every shot count, and a quick, aggressive sharpener ensures you have plenty of shots to count. Bah! You sound like a blacksmith, not an archer. A blacksmith who knows how to make arrows that hit their mark. What's your take on the best feather for flipping?
How have you been getting along with Tuck while I'm away?
Lately, he got the crazy idea I've been nicking wine from his pantry. Can you believe?
Well, have you?
Of course I have. But he ain't caught me red-handed. And if he does...
You'll tell him that's not your red hand.
Nice weather we're having.
Have you already managed to get some rest? Good friend, it'll never cease to amaze me how little sleep you need. This can't be healthy.
It's good for you, as long as you have water instead of wine, good friar.
I'm not swayed by this. Besides, those who sleep don't sin. I'll keep my wine.
I knew how you'd react. Take it easy, Tuck.
I should think so. It's a strategic reserve for a time of crisis.
Certainly. Not
I take it you slept so well, you misplaced your weapon.
this time I didn't lose anything. They broke it during a hunt. We've had so much work with building.
The forest hasn't been kind to us of late. The worst is behind us, however, and now you can take to making your bow in peace. Grab a hatchet and fell a few trees. The wood should suffice for both the bow and the arrows.
That's all the help I need. Thank you, Tuck.
I know how much you value your weapon. See to crafting it, but be right back. Our village needs your help. With a bow like this, you have nothing to fear. Unless you get on Marion's bad side again by telling her to cook for you. Even the purest steel and holy...
Time's long past. We've explained things to each other and agreed I wouldn't make this mistake again.
Be at ease. This time no one lured her into a trap. She left to help the locals.
That sounds like her. You said you could use my help here?
Yes, there are many things we need. Food, most of them all. A better archer couldn't be found in all of Sherwood. Before you set off to take from the rich, perhaps you could use your skills to...
I'll gladly try out the new bow. Stoke the fire. We're having a roast tonight. I'll leave the meat in storage.
Everyone in the village is working so intensely, a small feast should... How is that roast you promised coming along? Seems to be still leaping about.
Isn't there a fast today? Maybe I could trap a beaver just for you.
Saints and heavens above, you're back safe and sound, good Robin.
How long have we known each other that you still need to ask? My eyes haven't failed me this time either. I just hope that there's an...
By the blessed mother, of course it shall be done. Well fed and
What do you mean by that?
The expansion of our settlement, of course. The merry men are starting to run out of breathing room. You are surrounded with many loyal people. Each of them needs a roof over their head. The more...
I think I know what you're hinting at.
Have I become that predictable? In that case, I won't beat about the bush. We need wood to construct homes for the... There you are. I saw the new building. A fine job. I've always...
True.
Now is the time for the people who live there to get to work. Fortunately, none of them expect a free dinner. We have a few tool production
Tuck, are you trying to use some underhanded ploy to send me...
God forbid! This time to the quarry. The furnace requires stone. Extract it and watch over the construction. You won't regret...
Don't even look at me like that. I'll start digging in a moment.
Of course, dear Robin, of course. Wonderful, Robin. You've mastered the portion of duties related to managing the village. I never doubted your hunting
As you see, I can manage that.
Let's hope no roofs fall on anyone's head.
I can think of at least one person in Nottingham Castle who could use a roof collapsing on...
Robin, though I do have a similar sentiment towards falling roofs and the sheriff's head.
So, you know how...
I can, and so should you by now. The village that we're setting up here is only the beginning. You'll see for yourself that in time we'll learn how to function, not...
That's the plan. I'll make it so that the people will live free again. Safe from the sheriff's tyranny.
Of course, I believe it. Even if I didn't, that would make scarcely a difference with your persistence.
What's this about then?
About the people, in fact. For now, those closest to us. You realize we're surrounded by a vast and marvelous land, after all. It is inhabited by various...
I'm aware of that, Friar.
Try to win the sympathy of at least a few. Show the denizens of this land that not all hope is lost. Having their support means you'll travel the road further ahead with greater confidence.
Reasonable. Is there something I should start with?
Every action taken against the outlaws or the men of King John and the sheriff is an action that counts. To every one of us. When the king's steward looks to take some good person's head, you stop him. When you see a caravan laden with royal gold, I'm sure...
I understand.
There are, however, places where exceptionally unsettling things are said to happen.
What do you mean?
The Barnsdale region is a place where you can find both the king's men as well as bandit ruffians. The sons of Adam and the waved children make up the chief threat there.
They deserve it, and they'll have it. They mean as much to me as the people who live in our...
Very noble of you, dear Robin, as always. I know you believe it, but you must make them believe it too. Some of those people are afraid and just want to survive. Others don't really know what to think at all.
I believe you, Friar. Are there any places I should see?
I have two in mind. Would you prefer to hear about mysterious thefts or wolves in...
Mysterious thefts?
I don't know much about them, but I've heard tell that traders travelling through Barnsdale are relieved of their riches in a rather...
The outlaws? The sheriff?
The sheriff wouldn't have bothered to hide anything. Outlaws would have left clues. Talk to Nicholas. He's a cloth merchant and...
Hardly a wonder. I'll speak with him. Wolves in the mine. Those wine casks were meant for an emergency, not for a single dinner.
Very amusing. Wolves is a moniker given to House de Grey by the locals. You will find Hildewolf Mine to the southeast. It belongs to...
This already sounds interesting.
Since recently, though, it's been swarming with de Grey's men. Word is they took by force, with little regard for the king's law.
Is there any chance they'll finish each other off?
I do not know what to make of this. On the one hand, they are the enemy of our enemy. On the other, they're known for wars and conflict.
Anything else?
The de Greys also dabble in exotic alcohol trade and scheming. I won't deny that the former interests me more than the latter.
I can wager a guess.
Right now, the most important matter is that the peasants from Hildewolf Mine fell out of the frying pan and into the fire. The boot of their new tyrants weighs heavily on them, and they surely need the help of someone like you. Besides, access to silver may help.
I'll look into it.